Chapter 1 The Birth of Aragorn. Aragorn, who would later become King Elessar, was born in the Third Age of Middle-earth. He was the son of Arathorn II and Gilrain, and a direct descendant of Isildur, one of Gondor's great kings. Born in the year 2931 of the Third Age, Aragorn's early life was both unusual and tragic. As an infant, his father, Arathorn, was killed by orcs, leading to Aragorn being placed under the care of Elrond, Lord of Rivendell. There he was raised by the elves, unaware that he was the heir to Isildur's throne and destined for a king's fate. This decision to raise Aragorn away from Gondor was made by Elrond and other advisors of the Dunedain, who protect him from the dangers that surrounded Isildur's heir. Elrond made sure that Aragorn was educated by the elves and learned the great histories of Middle-earth, which would shape his wisdom and deep knowledge of the land's legends. However, Aragorn would learn that his father's legacy would never truly leave him. Chapter 2 The Ranger of the North. As Aragorn grew, he began to learn of his true heritage. He was called Estald, which means hope, to protect him from the enemies of his house. But as he came of age, he came to understand the weight of his lineage and the responsibility that came with it. Aragorn chose to live as a Ranger of the North, a nomadic protector of the people who still lived in the remote lands of Eriador. During his time as a ranger, Aragorn faced many trials, displaying his extraordinary skills as both a warrior and a leader. At the age of 20, Aragorn left Rivendell to seek his fate in the wildlands of the north. Over the following years, he encountered numerous dangers and foes, including orcs and Dunelandings. His love for Arwen, the daughter of Elrond, also began during this time, though their relationship was fraught with obstacles, particularly the differing lifespans of men and elves. Chapter 3 The Fellowship of the Ring. Aragorn's true journey began when he met Frodo Baggins, the ring-bearer in Bray. As a ranger, Aragorn was familiar with the dangers of Middle-earth and had long suspected that the One Ring had resurfaced. When Gandalf revealed that Frodo carried the ring, Aragorn swore to protect him. He joined the Fellowship of the Ring, a group formed to destroy the ring and save Middle-earth from the shadow of Sauron. Though his true identity was still secret, Aragorn's leadership and bravery shone through. He guided the Fellowship through perilous landscapes, from the mines of Moria to the forests of Lothlorien. Aragorn's loyalty to Frodo and his companions was unwavering, even as the ring's power began to tear the Fellowship apart. And this time, Aragorn solidified his role as a protector and a leader, showing that he was far more than just the heir of a lost kingdom. Chapter 4 The Strider's Burden. As the Fellowship disbanded and the quest to destroy the ring continued, Aragorn took on a new role, that of a leader and protector of the remaining members. He was no longer simply a ranger, he was a man of destiny, faced with the task of uniting the free peoples of Middle-earth against Sauron's forces. Aragorn traveled with Legolas and Gimli to Rohan, where he helped defend the kingdom from Saruman's army, ultimately aiding King Theoden and reclaiming his throne. In Rohan, Aragorn's strength as a leader was tested as he guided the people through the horrors of war. He earned the respect of warriors such as Éomer and strengthened the alliances necessary for the battle to come. Despite the overwhelming odds, Aragorn's resolve remained unbroken. The burden of the throne of Gondor weighed heavily on him, but his determination to see Middle-earth freed from Sauron's grasp drove him forward. Chapter 5 The Path of the Dead. One of Aragorn's most significant moments came when he took the Path of the Dead, to gather the army of the dead for the final conflict. The path were an ancient cursed route, haunted by the restless spirits of those who had sworn allegiance to Isildur but had not fulfilled their oath. Aragorn, unwilling to leave any stone unturned in his efforts to defeat Sauron, chose to brave the ghostly realm to command the army of the dead. Though his journey was fraught with danger, Aragorn's leadership and resolve were unquestionable. His willingness to face the terrifying task cemented his place as a true king. The army of the dead answered Aragorn's call, and they helped him win the Battle of the Pelennor Fields, a decisive victory that turned the tide in the War of the Ring. Chapter 6: The Battle of the Pelennor Fields. The Battle of the Pelennor Fields was one of the defining moments of Aragorn's life. As Sauron's forces descended upon Gondor, Aragorn led the combined armies of Rohan and Gondor against the Dark Lord's minions. With his leadership, the tide of battle shifted, and the forces of darkness were driven back. During the battle, Aragorn's bravery was exemplified when he faced the Witch King of Angmar, the Lord of the Nazgul, on the field of battle. With the help of Eowyn and Merry, Aragorn witnessed the fall of the Witch King, a moment that fulfilled the prophecy of his defeat. The battle was a turning point in the War of the Ring, and Aragorn's role as a true heir of Isildur became undeniable. Chapter 7: The Return of the King. After the victory of the Pelennor Fields, Aragorn's path led him to the gates of Minas Tirith, where he was finally crowned King of Gondor. His coronation marked the fulfillment of his destiny, as he took his rightful place as the leader of the free peoples of Middle-earth. Aragorn's reign would bring an era of peace and prosperity to Gondor, and he would be remembered as one of the greatest kings in history. Aragorn's rule also marked the beginning of a new age, where the men of Gondor would finally take up their legacy and strengthen their bonds with the other peoples. Aragorn's love for Arwen, who had chosen to live as a mortal by his side, solidified the bond between men and elves. Together, they ruled wisely and justly, bringing hope to a land long overshadowed by darkness. Chapter 8: Legacy of Elessar. As the year passed, Aragorn's legacy as King Elessar endured. His reign ushered in an age of peace and rebuilding for Gondor and Middle-earth. His leadership was characterized by wisdom, compassion, and an unyielding commitment to the protection of his people. Under his guidance, Gondor flourished, and Aragorn ensured that the mistakes of the past would not be repeated. Aragorn also honored the memory of his ancestors, particularly Isildur, and worked to restore the greatness of Gondor. His son, Eldarion, was groomed to continue his legacy, ensuring that the lineage of kings would remain strong. Aragorn's legacy was not just one of kingship, but of hope, courage, and the enduring fight against darkness. He ruled for many years and passed away peacefully, knowing that Middle-earth would be in good hands.